With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Pulls it in at the 13. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a second down throw for Vic. And this one too low.
And we're going to see this offense try and spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
On third down, Vic. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Throwing again on second down. Vic. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Vic to throw it. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, Vic. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Vic to the air again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
Now Vic on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. On second down, McNair. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious.
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Broncos are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
They'll start here with Jackson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Second down, another carry for Jackson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. No score after one on EA Sports.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third. McNair. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They're going to try and throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On first down, it's McNair. That's going to be caught by Carmichael for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
First down, Vic. That's complete to Calvin Johnson. Touchdown, Cowboys! Calvin Johnson, 59 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes.
And a loose football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. On 1st and 10, McNair. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Come on. Hey.
In motion left, that's Cooper. Now McNair. On the move to his left. Looking deep for Crabtree. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
In motion left goes Crabtree. Now McNair. Being chased out left. This is caught. It's Crabtree. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll get it inside the 35.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To throw, McNair. This is caught. Touchdown. Harold Carmichael. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Looking to throw again on second down. Vick completing it to the right side. Johnson. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Vick. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield,
under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Third and long for Vick. Got it complete to Crabtree. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
Ready?
Fourth down, Vick.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
This take it in at the goal line.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Second down, another carry for Jackson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Slot man moves right. Here's McNair. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Come on, come on. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Drop 60. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Hey, pass.
They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
In motion right is Aguilar. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Maverick, 18 Maverick.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw on second down, Steve McNair. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jackson. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They bring Crabtree in motion right. McNair to throw. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they'll send the slot in motion left.
2nd down, another carry for Jackson.
And for a 2nd straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 3rd and long. McNair. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Touchdown Broncos. Amari Cooper. 29 yards.
And the Broncos have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Vic operating on first down. Caught left side to Crabtree. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And the slot man goes in motion left. On first and 10, here's Vic. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Vic to throw it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by J.C.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Pulls it in at the 13.
They start the drive with Cook. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw, Vic.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Vic readies to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down, Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
19 Wyatt.
On third down, Vic.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Dragon 60. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Corner 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Sweep. Mustang 19. 79 Broncos.
Vic to throw on fourth down. Got a man complete, Calvin Johnson.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Check. Count the 11.
Here's Michael Vick. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Well, that's the second time in this opening drive alone that he's dropped a pass. We know that that can't continue, but they got to determine what it's about. Is he just super amped for the game and maybe he'll settle in, or is his focus just not there?
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. On third down, Vic out of the gun. But it's caught by Crabtree. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a fourth down.
19 tight. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Vic now. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on fourth down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Cooper, the man in motion left. McNair. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a handoff inside. It's Jackson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Out of the gun, it's McNair. Buying time to his left.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now McNair. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Gonzalez now to kick this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
Now Vic on fourth down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Vic will look to throw on first down. Crabtree has it. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down. Here's Vic. And that is incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now here's Vic. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards there for number 15. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the ball is knocked out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Slot man moves right. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
In motion, left goes Crabtree. On second down, McNair. And this one is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They bring Crabtree in motion right. On third down, here's Bo. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They're going to try and throw. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So after the big play on fourth, here's 1st and 10.
On the give, here comes Jackson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They bring Crabtree in motion right. Here's McNair. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. And it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try and put his guy out in the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now McNair. Flush to his right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Gonzalez's kick is good, and they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's McNair. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a give, it's Jackson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Jackson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. To throw, McNair. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Little power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4. 4th down, Vic. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught at the 25. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Throwing, Vic. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. A 1st down throw coming for Vic. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter. Vic with the incompletion on 1st down, and now that leads to 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Vic to the air again. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. It is certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 2nd down, another carry for Jackson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Second down at 6 now from the 42. In motion left, that's Cooper. On second down, this is Jackson. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
19 Tiger. 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler.
On 4th down, McNair dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Red, Buffalo 18. 19 White. 60.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
60 Bobcats.
Vic. And his throw's going to be incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
Well, to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot. Now Michael Vick. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Vick. Flushed out right. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as he'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Vick to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19, 5 here. Trap 60.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. He's going to let it fly. And incomplete on the deep ball. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And a fun, close ball game. Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And off we go from Las Vegas. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the race. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check. Ready.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
McNair to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. McNair. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They'll run here with Bo. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's McNair. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They bring Crabtree in motion right. Now McNair. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
In motion left goes Crabtree. On 4th down, McNair. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. McNair, a right side catch by Crabtree. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Calvin Johnson from 19 yards away. And the Shamrocks are on the board first here in Vegas. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Pulls it in at the 13. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, McNair. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
To throw on 2nd down, Steve McNair. Over the middle, he's got Harold Carmichael. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, McNair. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Open man is the Hall of Famer, Dave Casper. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Back to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw. McNair. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Xavier Howard.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw. And this one is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
In motion left goes Crabtree. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll dump this to Bo. It's complete. And they'll get to him short of the first down at about the 16. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. Gonzalez's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On second down, McNair. And the Broncos get there and take him down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
79 Broncos.
On first and 10, McNair. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Getting this into the hands of Eric Dickerson.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's McNair. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw, McNair. Airing one deep for Crabtree.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before break. McNair. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this will be recovered by the offense, but it will be of little importance now as time has expired here in this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A touchdown the differential, a 7-point game as we get back underway in quarter number 3.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's McNair. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with it. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? Warriors 70.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there on the first play of the game. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now McNair. This is caught. It's Crabtree. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Mustang 19.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On first down, it's McNair. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the 6-time Pro Bowler Eric Allen. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy. It's not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Good Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49.
Here we go, here we go. Cut 19, cut 19. 19 tight, 19 tight. 18, 5 here. 3.
Throwing to start the drive. McNair. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw on 3rd down, McNair.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about them?
And the Raiders have got him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McNair. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
They'll run now with Bo Jackson.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Let's go now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run again with Jackson.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
On the run, it's Bo Jackson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Steve McNair. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
To throw on 2nd down, McNair. Under pressure, they got him again.
Go!
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, break! Dragon 60!
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open. Harold Carmichael complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
In motion left goes Crabtree. On 1st and 10, McNair. That is caught by Carmichael.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
In motion left goes Crabtree. McNair to throw. This is brought in by Casper. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll send the slot in motion left. McNair. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now McNair. They still can't get it. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Steve McNair, an 8-yard touchdown run. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They bring Crabtree in motion right. To throw again, McNair. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Out of the gun, it's McNair. He's got his receiver, Cooper.
And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
They'll run with a big man, Bo Jackson. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Second down, another carry for Jackson.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They run on first down with Jackson. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. To throw on second down, Steve McNair. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
A final shot before break. McNair. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
60 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cooper the man in motion left. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. McNair. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with a big back Jackson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight.
In motion left, that's Cooper.
Second down, another carry for Jackson.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Trap 50, trap 50. Check smash, check smash. Hurt. 70 Ranger.
Operating from the gun, McNair. And this is caught by Cooper for a Raider touchdown. Amari Cooper from 21 yards away.
And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Back to the air on second down. McNair. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
On third down, McNair. He's going to look deep down the field. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Rod Woodson.
And the Raiders are going to take possession.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. On 1st and 10, Elway. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Elway to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Back to the air. Elway after the pick six. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Out of the gun. Elway. He's going to go up top again. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Calvin Johnson, 35 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's go now. Let's go, lady.
On 1st down, McNair. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. McNair. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw on third down. McNair. And some room to maneuver. And he will step out of bounds all the way down inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McNair. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Looking to throw. McNair. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Steve McNair, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Raiders have taken the lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
2nd and 10, Elway again. He's got the Hall of Famer, Harold Carmichael.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. Now Elway. He gets it left side to Johnson. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Calvin Johnson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, One guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
Ready?
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. McNair. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession. That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Steelers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
You're looking there, the defensive back is maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
He's going to air one out. And this is caught at the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
From the red zone now, Elway on first down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Harold Carmichael from 17 yards out, and the Steelers are going to take the lead. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On second down, McNair. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They bring Crabtree in motion right. Throwing on 3rd and long. McNair is going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep, 2-time Pro Bowler Dante Hall. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now Elway on 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making
signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk. They'll try and throw for it with Elway. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's McNair. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper from 13 yards out. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they've got a little over 40 seconds to work with if they want to try to put something together.
Now Elway on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, Elway. And that is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Now McNair looking for a first down throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
That second down play nets a -4. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half. A timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Now Jackson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's A.J. Cole now, standing just outside his own goal line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
On 3rd down, Elway. Throw left side complete. That's McCoy. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Again, it's Elway. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Now Elway. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. From the shotgun, Elway. That is caught. It's Calvin Johnson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Throwing now, Elway on 1st down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Harold Carmichael with his second touchdown of the night. And the Steelers have retaken a third-quarter lead. Now